I'm going to tell you something I'm still self-conscious about right now, today. I have a limp. Some days it's slight. Some days I have to limp my way into the gym while other men walk in like it's nothing. I notice it. I feel it. There's a part of me that still wonders who's watching. I'm telling you that on purpose. Whatever you're carrying, the thing you're most insecure about, the thing you'd rather not say out loud, I want you to hear a man name his and keep walking anyway. Here's how I got here. For years, my body was telling me something and I wasn't listening. It started small back in 2011. Something just slightly off in how I moved. It was just like an awareness I had about my body. It just felt off. By 2012, a coworker asked me why I was limping, and I didn't even have an answer for her. I brushed it off and kept pushing the way men are taught to. It didn't stay small. This was a progressive muscle loss that went on for over a decade because I kept overriding my body instead of listening to it. I went to doctors. A podiatrist said plantar fasciitis. A neurologist ran tests and found nothing. But my primary care doctor finally told me there's something more going on here. I can't explain it. And he sent me to the National Institutes of Health. They studied me for 2 years. In 2019, they told me in writing they could not identify a cause. The most advanced research institution in the country couldn't name what was happening to me. It kept getting worse, and I want you to understand how far it went. I got to a place where I couldn't lift a can of green beans. A can of green beans. The green beans you go into the grocery store and pull off the shelf and place into your cart. I needed help carrying basic bags. I needed help putting things away. By late 2023, I'd lost almost everything in my life too. And I had to end up moving back home with my parents. That's when I hit what I call the bottom floor. I couldn't even walk up the stairs in my parents' house. My glutes, my hamstrings, they were the weakest they had ever been. My old life had collapsed. The old version of me collapsed right along with it. Now, I'll be honest about what I believed back then, because it's not what I know now. While it was happening, I didn't see any of this as a beginning. I thought I was dying. When I moved back in with my parents, I genuinely thought I'd been led home to die. That's how weak I was. But that's not how it went. I did what men are taught to do. I went to the gym every day, and I went hard for what I had at the time. I did more weight, more reps. I was in the thinking of be a man, push through, that type of energy. But my body was begging me to slow down, and I couldn't hear it over all of that noise. I did that for 2 more years and kept losing muscle the entire time, showing up every day, fighting for my body, and watching it slip further away. That's the stretch where most men quit. What finally turned it was being forced to stop. My brother, he plays professional basketball in Japan. He lost his wife. His kids came back to the States and moved in with my parents and I. My mornings filled up. No more gym. So I had to ask myself a different question. Not how do I push harder, just how can I still get a workout in? I knew my body needed to move. What I heard back was simple. Use what you have. Find a quiet space where you can actually hear and feel, And that space happened to be my bedroom. So I let my intuition run the workout. Resistance bands, a slant board, 1 and 2 pound weights. Some days the sequence made no normal sense, out of order, nothing like a program you find online. But I noticed something. On the days I listened to what my body asked for, my walk afterward was better. So I decided to stop arguing with it. My bedroom was silent. I could hear my own breath. I worked small. Step ups, a few slow reps with a 1 pound weight. And over time, for the first time in years, I felt muscles beginning to wake up that had gone quiet. Now, about 3 months later, around late 2025, something happened I hadn't felt in 14 years. I noticed an awareness of not losing muscle anymore. I hit a baseline, not healed, not back, just not falling, not losing anymore. That was the first solid ground I stood on in over a decade. Now, here's what I learned. The world will tell you to lift heavier when your body is asking you to lift lighter. The 1 pound weight didn't rebuild me because it was light. It rebuilt me because it finally made me listen. Now, let me tell you the truth about me in the gym today, because I said I wouldn't pretend with you. Some days I walk in and I'm in an energy of who cares what these people think? You go do you. Some days it's softer, and I'm thinking we're all in here for a reason. Some men are heavy, some are rebuilding, some are managing diabetes, some can't walk well, some can't walk at all. Nobody in here earned their spot more than me. And then some days it's just, I'm proud of myself for being here at all. I can lift 5 pounds now. I can walk. Some people can't even walk. What I'm saying is, it changes day to day. I'm human. And some days it's a struggle to just limp through the door of the gym. But here's what I hold on to. I'm rebuilding my whole physical self. How I walk, how I enter a room, my posture, all of it. But I believe it's going to be well, not as a wish. See, I have a burning desire to heal. And every burning desire I've ever held has moved me toward the thing. I see the evidence now. Small things in my walk I haven't felt in years. My hips, they're steadier. My muscles adapt in real time as I'm moving through movement patterns in the gym. I'm witnessing the healing happen in real time. I think about the man I'm becoming. I call him B. B has no limp. I walk toward him every day. So here's what I want you to sit with for the rest of your drive. The thing you're most self-conscious about, the thing you hide, the thing you'd rather not name, what if that's not your weakness? What if that's your doorway? My limp put me on the floor, but the floor is where I finally started listening. And the floor is where this whole thing began. Now, don't answer out loud. Just let it ride with you. I'll see you in the next one.